Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game. And welcome to another Diaries of a Newbie YouTuber. And I am aware that it's actually a little late this week. That's because I've had some technical issues over the last couple of weeks, ever since the UK Games Expo. So I had been using my camera phone as my camera and a Rode clip mic. However, I started having issues over the last couple of weeks, both with the microphone and with the phone's own ability to do recording, etc. So I've had to invest in some new equipment. So the good news is, new equipment, new toys. Now obviously I can't show you the camera because actually, can I show you the camera? Oh, do I want to try doing that? No, that's too technical for me right now. I was going to get my phone out and try and record the camera recording me, which would be really weird. I'm finding it really weird actually doing this right now because the new camera I've got, which is a Sony HDR PJ620, in case you are interested. I wanted something that was basically just a point and click and it will do the job. And so that's what I've kind of set it up to do at the moment. I didn't want a DSLR because they look so complicated. I wanted something which was designed to be video recording rather than that being a sub thing that it's capable of. And so yeah, that's why I went with this camera, but it has this ability where you can flip the screen around, so I can now actually see myself while I'm recording. In future, after this video, I'm probably not going to do that because it's actually really distracting being able to see yourself. So yeah, that's good news there with that. I will put up a picture of the new camera. I've also got a new microphone. Again, a Rode microphone, this time a shotgun microphone. My plan is to get a new clip mic. But that all depends what happens with regards to the warranty claim. I've got to send it off to them and get it back. So I needed a new microphone in the meantime. So I decided to get a different type of microphone so that I'll have two different types of microphone so that I can use different ones for different situations as they work best. You see, this type of microphone will work fantastically for this talking to the camera. But when I have the camera pointed at the table and I'm talking, this kind of microphone won't be very good because it's not designed to pick up noise from elsewhere, only where it's pointing. So a clip mic will be much more useful for doing those parts of videos. Okay, what else was there? So I also got a laptop. So I haven't had any computer for the last 6 months of doing this channel. I've been using my phone to do all my editing, etc. So with getting this new camera, I had to get a computer in order to be able to connect it up and do the editing. So I have also invested in a new computer. That's a Dell Inspiron laptop. So hopefully that'll all be good. I've spent several hours trying to get it all set up, getting software installed, etc. I still need to learn how to use the software, but I'll come to that when it comes to the editing of this video. Oh, you know, I didn't tell you what Diaries video this is, did I? This is as of Monday the 20th of June. So it is the final day of the Toucan Win That Game competition where you can win time stories. Obviously, you won't be able to win it by the time this video is up probably because it's running late and delays, etc. But there'll be an announcement very shortly to let the lucky winners know, and the rest of you of course know who has won this game and if it's you. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. So what has happened in the last week? Well, I managed a staggering 11 videos. Now, big part of that is they weren't full reviews or playthroughs or anything like that. They were my first impressions videos on a lot of the games that I played at the UK Games Expo, or at least a large portion of that 11. I think 6 out of that 11 were first impressions videos. Now, there's some really big name games, including those most notably Scythe and Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu, and those have had a big impact on the view numbers this week. I mean, the Pandemic has hit around 300 views, and Scythe, my first impressions on that, is nearly 1,000 views. So that's obviously, when I'm aiming for, you know, around 2,000 a week, 1,000 from one video in a week is going to be a big upset and change to that. So when we get to the figures, you'll see there is some big changes there. What else we've got to talk about? Free games arrived in the last week. So we had the prototype here for Statecraft, which is a politics game, all about kind of managing your statistics in order to attract supporters and managing your budgets, etc. Really nice, interesting game. I'll actually have a review coming up very shortly on that, and the game is currently up seeking funding on Kickstarter, and I'll include a link in the description, so do go take a look at that. The other games we've got here, we've got Food Fighters, a little two-player game, very tongue-in-cheek humour. It's vegetables vs meats. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but very much looking forward to that. And then the final one was this little one here, which is called Stackbox, which is a little card game, dueling game. Very, again, light humour, take that-y. And it's currently got its second expansion, I think, up on Kickstarter. So that's probably enough about what my week has been doing. As I say, it's been very busy with all the new equipment and errors and stuff, researching equipment, buying the equipment, and then trying to get the equipment all working, as well as doing a huge number of videos. So I'm taking it a bit lighter this week, so you'll probably see a bit less output, just because I've kind of worn myself out a bit. But hopefully, you know, I'll get back on track some point, maybe. So let's talk about figures. So competition. So it's the second week. It's the end of the competition, near enough. There's a few well, there was a few hours left really at the point of doing the figures. So it was 571 people entered, which was only around 180 odd this week, which is a big decrease off last week. The competition has done nowhere near as well as I'd hoped. But, you know, I'm still pleased to be doing the competition and to give those of you who have entered a chance to get to play this game. If you have seen my reviews, please do go watch those if you haven't. If you have, then you know that the game wasn't necessarily for me. But hopefully, you know, it's a game I'm glad I had the opportunity to try, and I'm glad that I'm giving two other people that opportunity, because it's a game that many people like me, because of that limited replayability or whatever, have not gone out and paid the money. In this way, people can try it without paying that money. So what else we got? Facebook. So we're 21 weeks now on Facebook, and we're up to 1,324 likes, so that's really nice going. It's not as good as last week. I think last week there was definitely this kind of post-expo boom happening with regards to all the figures, and then this week's kind of just a return to the norm. The competition doesn't seem to have made a huge lot of difference, but we'll see next week, maybe it'll balance out a bit. And also, of course, it's been Origins this week. So there's been a lot of people away playing games at Origins who maybe would have watched videos or subscribed or entered competitions if it wasn't for that. I don't know. Maybe. So yeah, that was Facebook. Then Twitter, we're at 24 weeks, and number of followers is 6,629, so still going strong there. Still nice increase, slightly less of an increase than last week, but as I say, last week was very much a boom week. So that leaves us with YouTube. So 26 weeks. That's 6 months. In fact, it will be exactly 6 months on Thursday, which will be the 23rd. I should know that. It's when the big vote is. So yeah, 6 months. Wow. I've had a fantastic 6 months. I really have. I'm really thankful for everyone who has supported the channel in sending games or watching the videos, liking the videos, all of that. Everyone who does that, I'm really pleased and grateful for you doing it. And yeah, I'm planning to carry it on, and hopefully soon I'll find a way to start making money. If not, in 6 more months, you know, so same as I've done already, I will be aiming to start crowdfunding in the hope that I can carry on doing this. I hope you're enjoying it. I certainly am, and I've enjoyed, you know, just interacting with the community and meeting some people out there. So that's really good. So figures wise though, views, we have 3,000, sorry, no, 3,000. Views, we're at 33,274. So you'll notice that last week we were below 30,000, so that is a huge increase. Over 3,000 views in the last week. Now, that means that the last 2 weeks in a row have been great for views, because we had 2,600-ish last week, then 3,000 this week. If this is the start of a new trend, I'll be really pleased. But I can understand that this might all just be a bit of a spike due to, you know, the Expo, Origins, competition, etc. So I'm not going to expect it, I'm not going to aim for it until the average has hit there rather than just the last 2 weeks. So I'm still And yes, I will be leaving that in because this is Diaries. I don't really do a lot of editing on Diaries. I like to keep it raw so that you get a feel for the creative process, which apparently is not being able to talk a lot of the time. So yeah, as I say, I will be adjusting my target. It had been 1,800 to 2,000. Next week, my target is going to be 2,000. So we'll see. I may adjust that back down depending on what happens in the coming weeks. So subs. 1,698. So yeah, not where I'd hoped to be. It's gone up, but the increase obviously has been less than it was last week. So it's kind of weird. The views have skyrocketed and everything else has kind of dropped from last week. So I think that's the better way to have it. I think views are the most important thing that people are watching. I'd like them to also do all the other things, but as long as they're watching, I think that's the most important thing. So that is my week. Hopefully this is all recording fine with the new tech. Haven't really learnt to use the camera yet. I'm literally just set it up, pressed record, so I've done no adjusting of settings or anything like that. Part of what I wanted was a camera that you can just point and shoot. Basically just has really good automated sensors and everything to automate all of those setting stuff that is frankly a bit out of my league. But you know, some people are good at that kind of thing. I want technology to do it for me. Okay, so that's enough for this week. Of course, do the whole subscribing and everything, and I'll look forward to chatting to you again next week. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now. No, I don't have cable on. Oh.